like the Trump one. It was amazing. But anyway, I hope somebody is looking to bet against my guy Western Shilaho, and so that we can put the money down. Home run people will be running until 2027, the year of the Lord. So I will be here also to follow up on that. Probably be able to host the presidential candidates on the show and hear what they say. I see now Obel Subuth is here with us. How are you doing, Komodo?
Good evening, Pepita.
Yes.
Okay.
Uko na maneno ya kutuambia?
Definitely. I have. Let me appreciate the fact that we are very good speakers who actually they have deep understanding of the African politics and to narrow it down to Kenya's politics. On the subject, let me start by saying that my mom is actually 70 years old, and she has called me today to ask me what Nairobi people are saying. And she's very direct. And whoever ran in her mind actually is Matiangi. So that's how Matiangi is deep rooted in the rural area. Actually, in a normal day, I interact with more than 20 people across, across Thika Road, Mount Kenya per se. And what I've been trying to do is to get to know how they feel about the current situation in the country when it comes to politics. And their favorite candidate is not even Kalonzo Musyoka, the way you say it. Their favorite candidate is actually Matiangi. So what am I saying? The 2027 election is just like the election of 2003 actually, whereby the country was against one and they were going to actually kutoa, and that was the philosophy by then. We are going to actually to remove, and this time round it's actually close to that. And the only person who has the mantle to compete favorably with William Ruto is none other than Fred Matiang'i. Reasons: number one, Matiang'i is like Trump. Very many people dislike him. Very many people actually like him at the same time. Because the reason why I'm saying Matiang'i is the favorable candidate is because once you are working under a principle, you only act on the behalf of the principle. You don't act on your own JD whatsoever, because then the principal can decide to dismiss you anytime. Because again, you have to maintain your job, your role, and any other things. So anything that happens during Matiang'i times, the evil thing that we are saying, it was purely action on the behalf of the principal, who again had a liberty to say, no, this is the direction we are following. The government is not controlled by the ministries. The government is controlled by the head of state. And therefore, Matiang'i was only following the orders that was given by then, and you cannot defy your boss. Number two, the same interior has been one of the difficult ministries to handle. Even if we today we try and give Pastor Ezekiel or Prophet Owuor, perceived prophet and the prophetess, actually the same abduction will still continue, because those are some of the government acts to actually try to insert fear to the people, so that again people are aligned. Because again, people cannot be living in a free world whereby you are saying that you can do anything anywhere. So those are some of the action that government do take. I'm not saying that I'm a pro abduction or the other, but I'm just saying to the context of then how then Matiangi evil actually is arising. I've said and I'll repeat again that the only person who can take William Ruto home is Matiangi. The rest, Maraga, I've called my mom, I've even asked my mom today. She's 70 actually. What about Maraga? Actually, she took few minutes to remember who Maraga was. And it's just starting to introduce somebody and to familiarize this person with now the general public not be easy. We want somebody who is actually already on the public domain. Who is that? Is Matiangi, because then Matiangi has the financial muscles, is likable with all actually across the country, across the board. I support Matiangi because Matiangi will restore sanity in the country. I'm not saying he should go and pick Ruto or those corrupt political leaders and put them in jail. That cannot happen. Even in the US, those things do not happen. Even in most democratic countries, those things do not happen. But at least they will have a sanity and will have a route toward political liberation that we have been praying for very, very, very long time. So I'm saying, and we need to not to be, because we need to not to be too much into then the online, because now what the ground perceive is very, very important because they are a majority. I'm saying this, I'm not saying that the online do not work, but now what is the illiteracy level of the Kenyan people, old generation, of which high percentage of them are the actual the voters. So we do not need. Let's take the example in when Peter Kenneth was actually a online presidential candidate. What happened? So we need to take this thing to the ground. Let's listen to what the ground is saying. In online, we can have different opinion because some of us, we are very close to political elites that we want to be president, so that again, individual interest we have within the internet. I've seen it very, very, very many times. So we don't need just to confront people because you at one point you are an activist, or at one point you are doing one or two things. No, we need somebody who are tested, tried. Matiangi has been tested, tried, and successfully control the ministries that actually he held. So thank you very much, Peter. I urge all the people in this platform, let's all support Matiangi. If then Matiangi declare that he wants to be the president, let's not remain behind. All of us, the total of 8198 people in this platform, we are actually the correct trajectory towards liberating our country. Young generation, the Matiangi is the only candidate who will liberate this country to the next level. Thank you very much, Peter.
I like that. I like that, Komudo. Liberate. Geodesic.